Hello and welcome. This is Kubu, and I'm bringing to you the big games commentary. This is round 4 of big games, and it's the Pixie versus 6k. And this match can the Pixie. Well, 6k is not playing for much of anything at all. Let me actually pull up the standings. If I can find them. This should be somewhere here. Standings. There we go. Okay, so I am first of 12 out of 4. The Pixie is currently 7th, but if she wins 4-0, she can get to 2nd, tied with Arska Boy on points, and then the 2nd place would be up to Swiss tiebreakers, which, if you know how they work, you're a liar. So it's going to be some sort of coin toss between the Pixie and Arska Boy. I'm not sure that head-to-head matters in these tiebreakers. Like, no idea. Zero idea how they work. Alright, anyways, we have a kingdom, and it is a donate kingdom. Interesting. When did we donate? The Pixie opened doubles. Sorry. The Pixie opened double silver and donated on turn 3. Meanwhile, 6k decided to go with 3 silvers and donated on turn 4. Yeah, this definitely looks like a kingdom where you... maybe this... like, call me crazy, but is the donate skippable here, maybe? Like, what if you just hit Border Village Wharf a lot, and you just don't donate, and you hit one upgrade, and you upgrade your estates into silvers, and there is a Taxman in Pixie's deck. That is an interesting choice. I would say I kind of like it. You don't really need draw with Wharf, you need payload, and Taxman actually disrupts your opponent's turn, possibly. Yeah. Yeah, I think I agree with you, Vincent. Okay, and oh, there's okay. There is the counter disruption from 6k with a pillage. I think Pixie does have a Wharf. It just happened to be the last card, which is quite unfortunate. But yeah, I think I would like a second Wharf here. I think we need that draw, especially since we didn't get the first one in play. I'm curious. Yeah, I am curious whether... Oh wait, we are going to get pillaged. This is... Oh no. This is tragic for Pixie. This is very, very tragic. Losing the border village and not being allowed to play more than one of these cards. Oh, yeah, and 6k is just going to buy 2 border villages, probably, and another pillage. Oh my goodness. Okay, the pillage is not going to be as impactful. Okay, uh, yeah, that is surprising to me as well, that pillage is seeing play. It was quite good for 6k here. It's not going to be very good in general though against a Wharf. Like spending 5 money, I mean, I guess we're not spending 5 money. Oh, spending our 5 cost buy to get 6 coins next turn only does not feel very good. And yeah, this just this just does not seem very powerful what 6k is doing, and I thoroughly hate this potion. I think Pixie can just get an upgrade and completely counter what that potion does. And yeah, that that's just not going to do any good. This is unfortunate. We would like to play the Stacksman and draw the gold back up, but we cannot. But we are discarding. Oh, does Taxman say put it onto your deck? Oh yes, Taxman puts the treasure onto your deck. I did. Yeah, okay. I played this game so much and I did not know that. This curious. Um, yeah. All right. Yeah, and there comes the upgrade from the Pixie. The Pixie has what 9, 10 money next turn. It's uh, it's looking like it's going to go her way. I don't see any imminent pilouts either. Like, the curses are very far away from running. I guess, okay, I guess 6k can get the second familiar. It's more attacking. Wow, it's just, yeah, the familiar, it's just not a good card in this kingdom. mm. Alright, we do have to deal with those curses as Pixie. Maybe we can just deal with them one by one, and just get another wharf. And we should consider applying some pile pressure. Hmm. I don't really understand what farming village is for. I thought we have enough villages, but maybe you were trying to do some gain and play with the upgrade. Yes, this pillage is not going to do a lot of damage, especially with another 2 duration draw coming in. Mm, I mean, if you're on this familiar plan, you should probably get a third familiar. And I don't know what are you doing, the leftover 9 money. I think I would be adding gold, yes, to my deck. I I would have liked to see the third familiar, given that we have this potion. Just because 2 curses a turn are really not going to hurt Pixie. 3 may. They probably still are not going to, but they may hurt Pixie. And yeah. This is 11 money for Pixie. I do like another warp and probably a gold to pair it up with. Just go up to 15, that would be next turn. I don't know what 15 does for us. Probably like more gold. Well, if you're the player, you should probably think about this carefully. But since I'm the commentator, I don't really have to, fortunately. Yes, we're gaining this wharf to cover up for the draw. And yeah, I would just probably be looking at this gold. I don't really see a whole lot of reason to. Maybe she could go double silver if she has the draw to support it. Not sure that she does. I think this taxman's time is going to come to an end soon after it upgrades the last silver. Especially that 6k doesn't actually have any gold in their deck. They're just running on silvers and pillages. Maybe that's the reason for farming village is we're expecting pillages from the opponent. So we just decide to we just decide to load up on villages so that we don't draw dead. But I don't know. Like we have 5 duration draw. Probably doesn't matter. All right, 15 potion. We do go with a familiar. I don't understand the point of these villages. They are not going to work anymore. It's too late. I maybe want to see another upgrade from the Pixie now, because this is a lot of curses. Honestly, this probably doesn't matter, but you could go like upgrade gold, silver here. Or how do you mount pile pressure, actually? That's probably the most important thing. A province would be actually a pretty good way to use the pile pressure. Does it work perfect? I don't like it. Well, 6k strategy is doing what they want to be doing, but I don't think it's disrupted the Pixie at all. Yeah, Wharf is also another way to apply pile pressure. I'd be looking at Wharf curse pileouts. Actually, how many Wharfs do we have? We have 5 buys. Yeah, you can't get to 8, right? It's really difficult, because the Wharf is the only plus buy. And yeah, the Pixie might need another upgrade. Well, the one thing that I'm considering for Pixie is to buy out the curses. Um, yeah, Wharf definitely covers in for what is going to be bought here. Huh. I would like, what does upgrade do? Upgrade is like a groundskeeper kind of. Like it's plus one card, plus one action, plus 1 point whenever you play it. It's probably not going to do anything fancy. Like you could upgrade the taxman into a 5 cost of some sorts. You don't have enough money to pile out the states. You're 1 money short. Like if we went a Wharf upgrade, then it's 1 money short from piling out the estates next turn. And it also is a Wharf away from piling out the Wharfs. Um, hmm. Actually, Pixie is going to Pixie is going to have free curses donated to them next turn. I'm just looking for ways for Pixie to end the game, and I don't see it. Alright, she opts to go with the gold in the caravan. That's fair enough. It's not another upgrade, and these familiars are going to stack up on VP. And now 6k has a lot of pile pressure with curses running out next turn. Hmm. Yeah, and this is... Oh, There's a card at the bottom of that deck. Don't really know what that is. Oh, it's another spoil. Yeah, so with 15, I do like that province a lot, and I'd like to see another wharf. I do not like this upgrade. I think I wanted to see another wharf, because with the 12-point lead, there wasn't really a way for Pixie to score enough to surpass the points lead. And, oh, okay, Pixie can double province and be ahead on the points, but then the two curses make you fall behind. So I think 6k could have set up a win for the next turn with giving away two curses and buying two wharfs, and I don't think Pixie had anything to do to stop that. This is quite rough for Pixie. She did not draw into her wharf, and there are three curses in the discard pile. I think you have to play this wharf and hope to find the... play this border village and hope to find the wharf. And you just absolutely have to score. And this is trouble. Yeah, we just did not... I guess the curse stuff was enough of a distraction. I mean, we could have just gotten a second upgrade, and I'm like, that would be very, very helpful for Pixie, and I don't really see why you... Oh, I see why we didn't, because I wasn't a fan of it. Oh, she drew the wharf though. That... What are these two cards? Are these curses? Or the only... No. One of them is a curse, the other one is something else. Oh, the other one is another wharf. This just loses. Yeah, this definitely just loses. This, yeah, I don't really know what was on Pixie's mind here. It's... When I see the oops miscounted, I assume it's not... I assume that she did not miscount this turn, but she miscounted the previous turn, where she was figuring out, okay, what am I going to do this turn to win? And I assume she figured that she is just going to province and double wharf and buy out the curses, and she calculated that to be a win, which isn't a win, and this is extremely problematic because of that. Like, there were ways to score more on the previous turn instead of buying a gold and a caravan. I mean, I didn't really mind the gold, but I assumed that the purpose of the gold was to hit 18 so that she could do some things over here. And if you find yourself in this spot as Pixie, you probably just have to double province and hope for a miracle. This is about right. You can. Oh, you can press the button, and she does donate here. Okay, maybe that's what was on her mind and I missed it. Hmm. Okay, yeah, that was the play where she wanted to buy a province, buy two wharfs, donate, or buy out the curses, donate, trash all the curses, and I'm like, I don't know. I had donate banned for a long time, and I just recently started playing with it. And so I have no idea on how the donate rulings work. Yeah, but I assume that was the idea about dealing with those curses. Instead of getting a second upgrade, she would just donate again. And this is Ted Money. The last card is an upgrade, I assume, unless she trashed it. She did not trash it. The last card is an upgrade that scores a point. Oh, okay, so we are trying to do a pile out. This is just a draw, if I understand this correctly, because you could play your wharf, or you don't even have to. You just play all of your money. You have 10 after paying off that, and you can buy a duchy. You could donate. You could go duchy wharf. You could donate them and trash both of the curses, and that would lead to hitting what? And that would lead to having exactly 16 points from double province duchy estate. Yeah, if somebody knows the ruling on whether you can donate, like whether you can pile out and then donate, and does your donate turn go through or not, then I'd appreciate that. Pixie is going to draw her deck on the next turn, but she might just lose. Yeah, what's happening over here is the result of Pixie taking an aggressive line and completely miscounting it. And this is trouble. This Duchy Wharf wins for 6k. Just that I would imagine you hit Duchy Wharf here, right? Okay, you can trash with the new donate. Alright, that's good to know. That's 8 and that's 10. That's game for 6k. So that actually would already close out the interests. All that's going to close out the stakes of this match with 6k taking a win and knocking out Pixie out of the ability to take second place away from Arska Boy. Yeah. Okay. I am going to keep on commentating on the rest of this game though, because we're going to see hopefully some fun games. None of the players have to stress out anymore over the results, so I hope we are going to see the best of the players. Oh, this is another interesting board. There's familiar. There is just a lot going on with. There is a lot going on, but Royal Galley is the only draw as far as I see. Well, technically Native Village can increase your hand size, but considering that draw is a very far stretch. Although it might come into play with Merchant Guild being an important card. We have excellent trashing with Junk Dealer. And I wonder, Pixie is probably considering Doctor? Oh, yeah, there's Envoy. I'm just... Yes, Envoy draws cards, and it draws a lot of them. Okay, we have a real deck. We can play Merchant Capital or Native Village, probably the Native Village. as our village. And Royal Galley. Royal Galley on Envoys is actually quite good because it makes Envoy's downside of being terminal not so much of a downside, and it also makes sure that it's a duration thing. Messenger for silvers. Interesting choice there. Not the one that I am very unsure of what. Oh, Messenger I assume is trying to hit 5 for Jank Dealer, but I don't really know why did we give silvers to our opponent. What I'd probably do is I'd probably Messenger for like doctors, just to just in case my opponent had a 5-2, so that the doctor would not be as good for them. I wonder, do you still doctor here as 6k on a 2-5? We have a native village and a silver in there. And I assume that Pixie is just going to doctor here for 7. That just sounds amazing. Okay, they opt just for a junk dealer. Yeah, just the 7 money. Surely. Oh, oh, wait. There's inheritance on this board. That's what Messenger for Silvers was all about. We are just trying to hit 7 as hard as possible. I assume we should... Yeah, as considering either Envoy or Royal Galley, I don't hate Royal Galley, although it's not my favorite because it's a little bit awkward with no other actions in deck. But I guess Envoy is also a little bit awkward with no villages, and that is very fixable. Oh, yeah, we hit the only action in our deck, and we discard our deck, and we are going to proceed to win this game. Okay, I don't hate the junk dealer, but I don't love it. I just wanted to press the village cards. And maybe it's not the worst. We didn't draw an estate to put this junk dealer on a boat. I just want a bunch of envoys here. Maybe a village. 2 envoys. 2 envoys sounds good. Or maybe envoy pilgrimage, actually. But pilgrimage is a little bit awkward with Royal Galley. We also did not discard the deck because it didn't matter, because we wanted to play the junk dealer and we would trigger the shuffle anyway. Yeah. Meanwhile, 6k has a merchant guild and terribly looking hand. Oh, that is a really good doctor. Okay, the Pixie seems to have run away with this game. That that is some high level play. I completely missed the idea of inheriting as early as possible here. I would not be annoyed at all if you resign their 6k. It's the what Pixie did this game is very much disgusting, and yeah, this is an incredible high roll draw that Pixie went for and got it. So yes, I just uh, do you even set aside this doctor? So you missed the chance to junk dealer. Uh, all right. Galley normally cannot play a Galley, but yeah, apparently you may play a non-duration action card from your hand, and Inherited Estate is a non-duration card, apparently. So you could have galleys play galleys. That is quite amusing. Okay, this yeah, it's a non-duration card. It just works. Okay, Inheritance. I've learned something from this game, at least. It's that Inheritance on Royal Galley is okay. I already knew that Inheritance on Royal Galley is really good because Royal Galley is a really good card for 4, but it's even better. She did set the doctor aside. Okay, how does this turn work? Because there's a Royal Galley on a Royal Galley. And do you get to play the Royal Galley again? Oh yeah, you do get to play the Royal Galley again. Okay. Uh I could see why this is not oh I could see why this was not intended by Donald X because it's very confusing. Oh wow. What an interaction. Hmm. I would imagine you buy more estates because and probably another merchant guild. So silly. Okay, we don't want an estate. Oh, treasure trove works with the merchant guild, right? Merchant guild says at the end of your buy phase this turn, +1 coffers per card you gained in it. Yeah, so you could play treasure trove with merchant guild. I do not understand why do we need a native village if we're Pixie. We have a lot of royal galleys. I have no idea how do they work, but we have a lot of royal galleys and it's quite fun. Okay, so if you have a chain of inherited royal galleys, and then you set aside an action. Oh wait, yeah, if you galley the galley, and then you galley an action, and next turn you galley the other action, then everything. Oh, okay. I'm just not going to try to go for the explanation even because I like there is some confusion with cards staying in play. There's one galley that's uh, hmm. Okay, so just one galley that played the messenger stayed in play. Alright, that's good to know. Uh okay, I would imagine. Oh, we there are no coppers left in the deck. They're just estates. Um, some weird graphical glitches. Related to what, Iras? It just related to the inheritance thing, or what is glitching? Because I'm not seeing anything. It is. Yeah, yeah, I don't really understand what's going on. This is super strange. Yeah. That's okay. The Pixie will just get a bunch of merchant guilds and hopefully get a lot of plus buy and a lot of coffers and end this game by buying 8 provinces pretty quickly. And 6k is very far in the woods with 4 coppers still in the deck. At the beginning of turns, yeah, I don't see any of the glitches that you are mentioning, so I'm not sure what this is about. Oh, why didn't we galley the galley? That sounds extremely fun. Oh, did we pick up from the native village? Yeah, we picked up the copper. I don't really see why, because we're going to play another native village, but sure. Okay, yeah, we don't want a doctor. We're going to play some cards. And we're going to play some more cards, and it's going to be great. A split second, you're seeing a lot of items. Yeah, I don't really know. Maybe this is a question that's for the rules channel in the Discord, whether we are supposed to be able to play inherited royal galleys on top of each other and all that. Okay, the Pixie opts to gain more merchant guilds. And 6k just does not have royal galleys in their deck, so I don't think that's going anywhere. And they have a lot of coppers. And they set a junk dealer aside, yeah. It's looking very one-sided. Let me be right back. I need to. I think I put on some water for boiling my tea, and it's still left there. So I'll be right back. Okay, I am back to the commentary. And let's see what happened. Pixie just drew their deck. Yeah, that's to be expected. And she bought a bunch of cards and gained a bunch of coffers from the Merchant Guild. This Merchant Guild stuff is ramping up slower than I remember it to. We have a native village and a Merchant Guild to the side. The Merchant Guild doesn't have Wildesses in play either. I don't really see why this is happening. I guess it's only turn 10. But yeah, it's still not great. There's no pilgrimage. Yeah, pilgrimages have not been bought because you do want to buy cards. Yeah, we're just going to play a Nonavoy. We're going to get a bunch of Royal Galleys in play. And yeah, we're just going to win the game here. Okay, now we have a lot of merchant guilds. Do we have enough actions for all of this? We don't, right? Yeah, we don't have enough actions to play all of these terminal cards. It seems like we would need some more estates or something. Let's probably go like estate, province, so that I don't lose, and merchant guilds, and just figure, okay, I don't have to. Uh, Actually, how many estates do we have in play? Yeah, we played a bunch. Sure, we can have a village too. I guess we can do village, estate, province. Although we only have 3 merchant guilds. I don't. This is not the most flawless of executions by the Pixie. I definitely would have liked to see this being a little bit cleaner. But yeah, I can imagine that she has probably mentally checked out at this point because the game seems very much over in her favor. Okay. She has 3 royal galleys in play and 3 estates in play, and they've set aside 4 cards. Oh, because one of the estates has set aside another card. I don't. What? Okay, I don't understand. I'm glad that I don't need to. Glad I'm not the one that inherited the royal galley. Actually, is inheritance in the allies mix? Probably isn't, right? Because I didn't see it yet. Because I'm sure that royal galley is in the allies mix. Where are the cards? I know that's unrelated, but allies mix is important and it's fun. Uh, I do not see inheritance in allies mix. Okay, that's cool at least. So we don't have to do anything with this interaction. Okay, and we can play a lot of merchant guilds. Okay, I still am yet to see any of the graphical glitches that you're mentioning. Okay, I assume we double province, native village, merchant guild, and call it a day. And copper maybe, whatever, or envoy, any card really doesn't matter. Okay, 2 coppers. Yeah, that would be good. Steph would probably Steph would probably like to see that. Maybe just disallow inheritance from clicking on Royal Galley at all. This is quite silly. 6k meanwhile is up to drawing their deck, kind of. Oh yeah, okay. This game was surely something. I'd be very sad if I was playing in 6k spot this game. It's just one of these games when your opponent goes for the high roll draw and they get it. Granted, this could have been played better uh, by both parties, probably. Yeah, but we did play out to the end of this game. Yeah, alright. It's going to be a resign. Not not strange at all. I probably would have resigned turn 3, especially if I didn't play for anything. Anyway, it's game 3 for us. And what do we have here? We have Black Cat and Tragic Hero that can draw cards, and they both require a village, which there is a fishing village. That's probably good enough to build some sort of things here. And there's also Cemetery, which means there's Haunted Mirror for a ghost. We have Trashing with Trading Post and Cemetery. I'd probably like to get off one Cemetery to trash the Haunted Mirror. And I'd probably play with Trading Post. Just because this seems like a deck where you want a lot of payload. Oh, there's also Church for trashing. Then I probably am not interested in getting off the Cemetery. I'm just interested in gaining a ghost for from this Haunted Mirror. And then I'm interested in having a deck of a bunch of Black Cats, a bunch of Fishing Villages, a bunch of Tragic Heroes. I don't really know what proportions these go in. It's probably important to click on Fishing Village a lot. It is a lot of actions from one card, though. A Sculptor might be a thing. I would not go out of my way for it, but if I hit it, then I'll probably buy it. I think I would take a Fishing Village here. Yeah, maybe I would go. I would take a Fishing Village here for a Sculptor, maybe. The Double Church is also fine. All of the orange cards miss the turn 3 for both players. It's quite sad. I guess Church allows you to bank up to hit 5 and then take like. But then you're taking 2 with the Black Cat, and I don't really like it as much. I would have liked to see a Fishing Village. Oh, I hate this Banquet for Sculptor. I Yeah, I would not go that much out of my way for it. Do you want a Black Cat here as the Pixie? Probably just take it, right? We already have a Fishville. We're interested in trashing estates. The other option is to save up for a Sculptor. Which is okay. It's not that good. Actually, maybe it is good. Because the only plus buy is the Tragic Hero, and that also costs 5. Maybe we actually save up for the Tragic Hero. Uh, hmm. Yeah, no. Here as 6k, you probably, yeah, buy a Black Cat and save up. Oh, that's an interesting choice. Would you take a Ghost here? I probably wouldn't. I probably would have held. I was considering holding on to this Haunted Mirror and a Copper, buy a Fishville, and get a Ghost. Yeah, and trash on the Haunted Mirror on this hand, where we get the Ghost on the same shuffle, and we can't play all of these actions anyway. Because we are over terminal. Yeah, but they opted to take the Ghost immediately, which I can't blame them. The Ghost is exciting. But yeah, all right. Pixie also has a Sculptor. Not really that excited about these Sculptors because I would really like to. I don't want to have that many Black Cats in my deck because Black Cat Fishing Village is very dubious as a draw. So I want to have at least one Tragic Hero that's not getting blown up. And that means I want to have a bunch of Tragic Heroes in my deck. I still wanted to play with Trading Post. Because I do want that payload, and also Trading Post allows you to shrink your hand size for Tragic Hero so that it doesn't blow up. In case that becomes relevant. I'm not sure if it does, it probably doesn't. But yeah. Yeah, I'd probably take as many fishing villages as possible if I'm the Pixie. Oh, that's the third church. I do not like that. I don't like that at all. And 6k took a silver at some point. I don't know. This is strange to me. Why are we taking a silvers of the sculptor? Ew. Oh, no. Don't buy that card ever. It's terrible. It is the worst card in the game, actually. Probably not. Probably Harvest is worse, or like Fillstone. I just no, actually, you know what? I retract that. I think Harvest is a better card than Barbarian. I think Barbarian is terrible, and I think I've played. Yeah, I think I've played with Harvest more than I've played with Barbarian. When I played Dominion. And also percentage-wise, the percentage of boards where Barbarian and Harvest were on, I think I have the highest percentage for having Harvest in my deck than having Barbarian. So that tells you something about how bad the card is. Or at least something about me. I don't know. Choose whichever one you want. Oh, the churches are actually really awkward with Tragic Heroes too. Because you really don't want to be putting Tragic Heroes in hand. Or you really don't want to be having huge hand size as Tragic Hero. And this is the only close by. Yeah, it's strange. Oh, Pixie, why'd you do that? Like, we don't have terminal space for this stupid Barbarian card. Why? It's so bad. I mean, it has like Barbarian has its use cases, but mostly it's on boards where you have pretty much unlimited terminal space, in my opinion. Where it's just like if Barbarian is a silver that attacks, it's good. And it's only a silver if you have unlimited terminal space. So it's like there are two villages and one of them is ports or something, then it's fine. Like playing with Barbarians, okay? In the other cases, the kingdom is pretty weak and you can't do too many powerful things. But I don't. I'm very much not a fan of Barbarian. I'll say as much. But like I think it's incredibly weak. Yeah, I think you can do powerful enough things so that you don't play with Barbarian. Like the thing about Barbarian here too is like if they trash your tragic hero, you still get a fishing village. If they trash your fishing village, you still get a black cat. It's okay. Alright, there's one troll thing you can do with Barbarian and Black Cat is you can trash their province into a duchy and then trigger a bunch of black cats. And but it doesn't even give them curses, so it's not good. Yeah, you could trash the ghost. Sure. You have 1 in a lot's chance to trash the ghost. And I don't think it's particularly meaningful to trash the ghost because there's enough village effect that Like, Ghost is powerful, sure, but doesn't like trashing the enemy Ghost. I don't think you can justify trashing the enemy Ghost. Well, if I had to put basically a curse in my deck, because that's what Barbarian probably is, uh, for trashing the enemy Ghost, I'm not sure that I would have done it. Yeah, I would be. Oh, there goes the Ghost. I would be very excited about taking a lot of this fishing village card because I think this is the most essential card on the board. I know, right? that's that's a truly barbaric answer. How many tragic heroes are there in the trash? 3. Okay. Why are we doing this? Oh, right. Yes, they share a type. The type is duration. Oh, yes, it's even worse. Oh, it's just... Yeah, and most of the time you're going to convert a junk card into another junk card with trashing a copper into a curse with the barbarian. And like, if you hit a silver down to a copper, it's not a big deal. If you hit a gold down to a silver, it's not a big deal. If you hit a church down to a black cat, it's probably an improvement to their deck at that point. uh, no, I think Ghost is probably better than Fishing Village. Ghost is an extremely powerful card, but yeah, it's not substantial enough that this would make a difference. Oh yeah, we played the Barbarian before playing our Sculptor. Why do we have a Barbarian in our deck anyway? Just oh god. All right. Um, I'll be right back with my tea. Oh, did Trash Province gain Cemetery Free Trash happen? No, okay, it didn't happen yet. Oh hey, we get to play a tragic hero without popping it. That's cool. Yeah, okay. Uh, One thing that these barbarians will do is they will make the piles run out. Oh yes, and I guess there's no way that happens before the cats. That's Pixie. Pixie probably has a plenty of yeah. Pixie has 5 fishing villages in play. That is a lot, and she probably doesn't have the gains to end the game next turn, but maybe. with Barbarian trashing things into other things, you never know. Oh, well, now she has the gains, probably. Yeah, that is a lot of pop tragic heroes. Oh, you're going to try to not pop it. Okay. I guess we probably only have 3 gains. You can just play this church and for nothing. Why are we concerned about next turn? Isn't the next turn like horrible because we have all of these fishing villages in play? Uh, yes, you should have done a little bit more fishing. I think fishing village is a very, very good card here. Ooh, a cat. And this is... Oh, Pixie. I mean, this also wins, but you could have ended this sooner. Oh, ghost on a church. That seems very sad. Less ghost murder. Okay, and we're going to play a bunch of cats so that they don't give away curses anymore. Hey, we. Okay. Maybe Pixie doesn't like resigning, but this definitely is a resign, especially that Pixie missed the win already. Uh, yeah. All right, it's game 4. This is a new kingdom. Maybe we'll get a game this time. And hey, there is... So, is Sycophant a better village than a fishing village here? The trashing is only trade and transmute. Well, and technically taxman. We have draw with archive and emissary, and we have a fishing village as village to support the emissary as well as sycophant, as well as emissary can be a village if you trigger it right. Sycophant's probably actually pretty good here, now that I think about it. Because you get to play the sycophant to activate your emissary too. So that your emissary is a village, and sycophant gives you villagers basically on gain. Yeah, I think I started the allies expansion by saying how sycophant is an awful and terrible card and nobody should ever play with it, and I have became convinced. Oh, we have a transmute. Oh, that's something. I have become convinced over time that it's actually became pretty good. Alright, Pixie, you should follow up with that potion. Uh, that's disappointing. Yes, transmute is, I think you should double potion 6k for more transmutes. That's how good transmute is. Pixie's going to play a real game, that's very sad. These transmutes will be pretty decent, with whatever you call it, with market towns. But you just like you need this engine going, and it it is really it does do something cool with sycophant, making sycophants into duchies, but it's later. I think you would want to play a normal sort of engine first. I wonder if like archive money is a thing here. Just buy a bunch of archive, trade once, and actually just go for it. Just go for the provinces. And now that I look at this board, there's bandits too, so you might want a bandit. So archive bandit money. There's no plus buy on this board, so it's probably very good. Yeah, Sycophant Flag is actually kind of cute, or Sycophant more starting cards in hand because it hits 5 very consistently. And Pixie can trade this estate and a flag bearer now, probably. She probably has coppers in these. Yeah, transmute is the only way to gain more than 1 green in a Theron. If we had J-Nails over here, I would imagine oh, she keeps an estate. Okay. Sure. If we had J-Nails over here, he would probably end up playing with transmute and trying to make it work. And I think there might be place for transmute in this game. It's just probably not in the opening. Like, I can see it. It's probably... I don't... Like, when do you... Like, you need to spend 2 buys the whole... Like, when do you have the space for 2 buys? Okay, maybe if you have a taxman, but then you spend a buy on a taxman. What are you doing? Then you could not spend a buy on a potion. Yeah, I don't... If it just... Like, if you don't need to spend 2 buys on this no-buy board for a transmute, I could even see it, maybe. Like, if there was a contraband on this board, for example, but that's another terrible card. So maybe you don't want the contraband in your deck. Uh, hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I don't see it. Pixie is just going to buy a province every turn, starting now. Ah, what does she have? She has an archive here. She would need to find the gold here to buy a province. It's probably not as likely. The sycophant does not feel great to me. Actually, 6k having this transmute is might work out for them. Because it is going to be a way to get more green cards. You can't take it here, though. That's quite sad. You can't play it. Oh yeah, but you can play it on a flag bearer. Right. That is very good. And you can take an emissary here. A Pixie missed province, too. Okay, the transmute might actually come in clutch. I would love to see the transmute coming in clutch and seizing a win for 6k. That would be so good. It's so weird to leave the gold, but I think you do. Oh, why did we take an estate? I wanted to take the silver. Because I wanted to trigger this emissary. I guess this is also province, and this is province again. Maybe we don't care about favors. Let's go to Fishville and an archive. Yeah, but we don't have favors right now. And I would really like to get a transmute. And we don't have archives in play. It's so sad. Okay, maybe Can Pixie? No, Pixie cannot miss Province. Pixie's going to hit Province. There was an opportunity for the Transmute to come and clutch this game, and it just didn't quite happen. It's quite sad. Alright, Pixie wins 3-1, which is not going to be enough to get her to the finals. It's still Arskaboy that is going to be waiting for the result of Chestic versus Ultimate Geek to decide who makes it to the finals of big games. Yeah, Chestic will need to win Chestic or Ultimate Geek has to win at least 3.5 to tie and 4 to win. And I would like to play Arskaboy in the finals. I am good friends with him, and yeah, that would be a very fun match. So I'm very much cheering for doing. Yeah, I'm very much cheering for them to make a tied sort of match. All right, and it's been a pleasure to commentate for you guys, and thanks for listening in. And yeah, see you again next time. Goodbye.